Right before the pandemic hit, I was really enjoying my personal brand. It was an opportunity for me to get away from my computer sometimes and go out and interact with people in the world. Sometimes as an entrepreneur, you don't get out as much as you should. So going out, talking to kids and seeing them light up and find enthusiasm in what I was saying was really rewarding for me. The motion that I had established with my podcast and with other ways that I was speaking to students just stopped. And so within this series, I'm going to be showing you how I'm going to bring my brand back to life in hopes that you can take something for yourself and resuscitate your brand. So let's get into it. The first idea of establishing a brand in this day and age is the visuals. That's the first thing everybody thinks of, because how will you know what I have if you don't see it? But I'm telling you today that it starts before that, and it starts with your target audience. The way I like to describe the target audience is, who are you marketing to? Because like I always say, if you're marketing to everyone, you're marketing to no one. I have put together a few of the qualifiers that I use to be able to establish who I'm speaking to. And it can be more than one group of people. Essentially, the more groups of people that you have, the better. You don't want to niche down too hard and create a group of people that's so small that you can't really measure your effectiveness in your branding and marketing. For finding my target audience, I broke it down into 5 identifying factors: age, gender, income, location, and interest. I have identified my audience as teachers, principals, and individuals who are in position to make decisions for children in terms of their professional futures. What do we know about teachers? We know that it is a woman-dominated field and that you need, in most instances, a college degree to be able to teach, especially in North Carolina, right? So if we're talking about middle school and high school and college, we're talking about someone that is at least 24 to 25 years old, right? So our first 2 things off the bat are at least 24 years old and women. We know that teachers, especially in North Carolina, don't get paid like they should. So we'll say a starting income of about $40,000, $45,000 a year. And our location is North Carolina. Now, when it comes to interest, I am looking for teachers, especially who have something to do with careers and goals and ideas that encourage their students to move faster and further beyond where they may be projected to land. The pool for principals is a little bit more mixed. They tend to be older in age, so maybe around 40 and up. And while most men are principals, there also are a lot of women principals too. So we're gonna put men and women down for this category. We're gonna say an average income of $60,000 to $70,000 a year. They're also located in North Carolina like me. And as far as their interests go, it's the same with teachers. I'm looking for principals that can see that there is a need for their children to be motivated beyond what the school has been providing. But I'm also looking at principals who dream big, who had ideas and had goals in their life that, you know, maybe just shifted over time, but they see students that remind them of themselves and that can reach those heights that they once set for themselves. Lastly, I'm looking at community leaders, and this one is a little bit more broad for me. Because there are so many organizations in my state that help young people, they have their connections already, but I need to introduce myself to them. When we get to the point where we set my brand messaging and my website and logo and all that stuff will be tailored to these 3 groups of people. As for you, when you're trying to qualify and determine who your audience is, you need to ask yourself their age, their gender, their income, their location, and their interests. Now, let's say that you are an established business and you're just trying to rebrand and represent your brand to the world. Well, there are some great ideas here for you. The first thing that you can do is email old connections, and you can simply give them a quick survey. Ask them about the things that worked, things that didn't work, what they would have liked to have seen, what they didn't get, all those type of things. And you will get a truly middle of the road, non-biased opinion, hopefully, of things that can help make the brand better moving forward. One of the biggest things about any brand, any business, is that you have to identify the problem that you're solving. And once you have identified the problem, you can sell the solution. That's the backbone of every business. Lastly, find a subculture that you can identify with. It is very uncommon for me to find anybody else with my name. Trevis. I remember being in kindergarten and hearing the teacher say, "Oh no, your name is misspelled," and she wrote an A over the E. So it's I don't find many people with my name, but there was a time when I was in college and I was on Facebook and I actually joined a group called People Named Travis. And there were like 80, 90 people in this Facebook group. There were women in this Facebook group named Travis. It was just something that I had never experienced before. But that is a subculture of people. So we had conversations and we laughed and joked about things. But if you were just randomly appealing to people named Travis, there was an audience there. Find a subculture that connects to what you're offering, and you will see great results in your marketing and your response to it if you do it right. So that's the basis of our discussion today. I've laid these things out for you. Next time we come together, I'm going to be walking you through my messaging and we're going to start the design phase. So stay tuned.